Hi guys, I'm Faye Louise.
And I'm Jossie Yandel, and welcome to
Welcome
Now
to
We
Now
Can
That's
Talk.
What I Call a Talk Show. So, how are you doing, Jossie?
I'm all right. Every day just keeping busy. I made a decision this morning to get up quite early and do a lot of things in the house just so
Why
they
would
were
you do
done, and then
that?
I could
Why
enjoy
would you
the
get up
day.
early? What are you doing?
So I could do it, and then I could just enjoy the day.
Oh,
Better
getting
than
up
the
early
morning.
feels weird to me.
Yeah, I can't say the same for tomorrow, so don't expect us up early tomorrow. How about
So,
you?
how's everyone out there doing? Let's get to me out. Yeah, I was just about to say that. Well, I'm doing fine. I am loving all the shows we're doing. And oh, Ashley just said, "Hey, girl." Hi, Ashley. I'm just loving all the shows we're doing and loving that we're able to keep everyone a little bit entertained in this dire time of need. I mean, looking at today in the news, 12,101 have died now. The
It's
repetitive
just
questions that the reporters just keep asking. No. I'm going to follow on from this question. It's like, well, do you not have one of your own? It really
no.
infuriates me. I don't know if any of you guys out there watching, does the news infuriate you? Because it's starting to piss me off. Like, oh, I'm on my last. Honestly, I'm on my last with that. But it's been an okay day. I've been with my dogs. A lot of my stuff came that I'm going to be decorating soon. So I'm pretty happy about that. But let's make sure none of us fall asleep on this episode because, as we've seen in Florida, a drag queen bloody fell asleep on one of our live shows.
Yeah, it's not a good look, is
Like
it?
that.
It's not a good look.
But was it faked? I mean, at one point she was like, I was like, is this
Yeah.
real? Is this fake? I
Well,
didn't really
yeah,
know.
it could have been a performance. I've seen some pretty freaky performances in my time, and a drag queen pretending to zone out and fall asleep. Yeah, I kind of believe that. Some would
Absolutely.
consider it art. I
And
wouldn't,
hey,
but
it got our viral, so that's all we'll say.
exactly,
We've just had
exactly.
Karen just say woof woof ladies. Hello. Well, hello there, woof woof back to you.
Hello.
I'm obviously just doing some sharing socials while Jossie chats away and we're just waiting for our first guest, JakeyonceTV, to be joining us very shortly. In fact, in about 5 minutes.
Woo, very, very, very excited for that. So, as Faye mentioned just before, we've heard on the news that the death toll is now over 12,000. That is depressing, and the number is probably only going to go up, and it's going to go up now because they're including care homes. So, after the hospitals, they were saying on the news that the next worst affected sort of place is care homes. Over 2,000 care homes in the UK have been affected by corona. That is scary. But I just think we need to get tested. I think they're rolling out this testing for the NHS, which of course is right for the people who are there right on the front line. But for other key workers who are protecting vulnerable people, they also need to get to get tested because they're protecting the vulnerable. That is what the care worker's job is to protect the vulnerable.
The level of deaths, Jossie, that we are really not hearing is going to be so higher than we anticipated. Like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but my sister herself has the virus, and obviously she's isolated, but she was on the front line. That's the reason she's caught it. And I just think, and she tells me stories that I won't go into, but I mean, she stated that the masks she had at the first time were like costume masks. I mean, come on. It's crazy. But someone has just popped into my box and I can see down there, yes. So I'm gonna bring him straight on because I want to get on with the show. So I'm gonna go over. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
gorgeous.
How are you?
Very good. How are
Good,
you?
thank
Welcome to the
you.
show. How are you finding isolation?
I am doing, I would say I've been better, obviously, just because I mean, isolation's been so tough, especially because I've had so much happen. I've had to cover some really dark stuff too, so that doesn't ever do well. By the way, I love your flower wall. That's stunning.
I made
Is
it
that a
myself.
green screen or is that real?
No, I made it myself. That's what I kind of do when I'm bored. I make flower walls.
It's
Don't
so
worry.
pretty.
There'll be a series coming soon.
I was gonna say it's like you have like Kanye West as a husband or something. He like did a grand gesture for you. Like, damn, it looks great. But yeah, no, isolation's been awful. I definitely have had, this has probably been like the hardest trying time in my life. But do you know what's very bizarre? Every time I have a really hard trying time in my life, it's always the best videos come out of it. I don't know why. Like the best content. I don't know if it's just I use it as a complete escape like mechanism, and so like they come out better. But I mean, I guess that's what's happening. It's very bizarre.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of the best videos, obviously one of your recent ones was really good. It was really good. I mean, literally, we were in it the entire time. We loved it. We want to thank you. Wow.
Of course, of course. Well, I want to thank you for interviewing Ben. I know it's like a tough thing to do, and that's the thing. Like, I definitely saw like comments criticizing both interviewers, everybody, because everyone's going to criticize everyone. I'm sure you guys have seen everything. But the thing is like I think people underestimate how hard it is to sit with someone, let them share their story on a platform like this. It's kind of like Kia talk sort of, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really hard to do that. I haven't had to do that, and I thank God I haven't had to do that yet. Like, if I were to do it, I wouldn't do it you know, like live, because or not even live, just that's brave to go live, like for real. So thank you for doing that interview too. I think it's important that Ben was able to just talk it out, let it out.
Yeah.
And I actually have a question for y'all, for my viewers. If you're okay, I'm not gonna like put you on the spot and be like, rah! But some people like were upset.
We love it.
Okay, good, good. Some people were upset about you asking the question about like the sexual nature of drag. Do you have like anything you want to clarify with that? Because like, did you see people were upset like about that question?
Yeah. So for everyone that questioned why we said that, we said that because a lot of the entertainment world is, of course, spoken about like that, and the drag world maybe not. So I just wanted to put it out there for everyone to be like, I'm in the middle on this. I don't really have a major opinion because it's everywhere. Like, stop being silly. It's everywhere. The culture is there. But I just wanted to see if, because he obviously known Sherry and where he'd gone, did he feel that the drag world was as seedy as some people who have messaged us and said, that's just how it is. It's disgusting. And I was is it really that bad? Because what we'd seen with the RuPaul girls, especially when we're traveling with club kids, it's not as seedy as I've seen some bad seedy stuff, and I've been involved. So, you know, I can't mention that, but
we know the drag world well.
Oh, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Me and Faye know the drag world quite well. So like, we know in the UK, especially, I suppose, what the drag world is like. So I think that's why Faye was kind of just asking that question. It was just to kind of, you know.
And I'm not saying I was like, I just wanted to get your opinion on that, because I think it's good to have like clarification out there, because there were definitely some comments saying that. But otherwise, I think y'all did such a good job interviewing. Thank you so much, for real. Like, you really let Ben have a spotlight.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, Jake, we know you best as a very famous YouTuber. How did you start?
I started, actually, one of my homophobic friends told me it was around the time, do you know who Tyler Oakley is?
I've heard of the name.
That face was funny. So it was like the time of like Tyler Oakley, Shane Dawson, Colleen Ballinger, Miranda Sings. Like, everyone was doing challenges. Like, they were like, let's do the cinnamon challenge and almost kill ourselves. Like, very that. And so like, it was like Glozell, that time, like, of YouTube. And I remember my friend was like, you're like funny, I feel like you should do this. And I was 13 at the time. And so I started a YouTube channel when I was 13, and I produced pretty consistent content with about like maybe a couple month break for the first like 3 years of that. So I produced it from 13 to 16 pretty consistently, and no one was watching. Like, I was getting like 60 views, 50 views, 100 views. But then something really interesting happened. Well, I don't want to get too far into it, but like I had a really, really bad experience with religion and cults and stuff like that. Like not like cults, but like cults like religion, you know, really, really closed off Christianity. And I left that situation. And I remember I did a video about that, and that gained a little bit of traction. And then after that, I had a really abusive boyfriend, and he would not, like, verbally abusive. He would not watch Drag Race with me at all. I don't know why. He just did not like it. He was just super manipulative, just not the type. And he was way too old for me. It was disgusting. But like, he basically would not watch Drag Race with me. So what I did, it was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about Drag Race with the entire world. Whether anyone watches it, I don't know. So I put my best work into that video. Like I actually had a topic, and I had already like done like an Alaska reaction video before, but like I really wanted to start covering it. So I started covering Alaska on Scared Famous, this VH1 reality show. It was like a mess, but it was really fun to cover. I did like a full series on it, and it started getting like 20,000 views, 40,000 views. And I was like, what is going on? Like, it was very confusing to me. Like, I had never had any sort of thing like that. So to actually like get views, get recognized, like it was so out of the blue. And I was like, I want to keep covering Drag Race. One, because it's something that people are clearly interested in. It's something I'm interested in. And it's great content that I can fuse my editing, my commentary, everything into that. And so then I was doing spoiler videos, which that's why I think a lot of the queens have, well, not a lot. I feel like some of the queens have a distaste towards me because I was doing spoiler videos, spoiling the entire season, which I totally understand. I was just like, let's talk about this person. Like, imagine your elimination being spoiled by some little 16-year-old brat. Like, that's fucking annoying. Oh, wait, are we allowed to curse on here? I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
Okay. But like, it was like, I totally understand where that was like, but then I was like, well, since like people really aren't respecting me, people aren't, you know, taking me seriously. Cause I was like a 16-year-old little twink. I was really, really skinny too, like a rough time in my life, but things were not going well. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to do a drama video and talk about the drama that happens off the show, because clearly I can't use show footage without being copyright claimed and struck or whatever. So I might as well just do commentary on like stuff off the show. And that really took off, like really took off. So that's what I like to do more. So now I don't like to cover things that have already been on the show unless there's backlash towards them, because to be honest, like, I mean, watch the show. You know what I mean? Like, that's my tea, but yeah.
I agree. We've had the craziest amount of messages of like, ask this question. And some of them were good enough. Some of them were just dumb questions and we just thought, oh, fuck off. But someone was saying that you were accused of stealing people's work. My response, this is just, I can show you, was, well, to be mentioned by him makes you valid, sweetie. That was my literal response, because I'm a bit of a catty cow. And then I was like, oh, well, I'll ask the question anyway. So I don't really believe this, because I don't really believe you can steal anyone's work. What you kind of do is use different clips and put them all together and give your valid opinion. But what's your take on those silly fucking accusations?
Like, you mean like putting clips in and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say this. I think I try to use as limited as I can. But also live streams disappear. They just do. So a lot of times, I don't think people realize, a lot of times queens want that out there. They just don't want to post it. So a lot of times a queen will go on live stream, say something they wouldn't normally say, and put it on YouTube, you know, because that's something that is really important to them. But they don't want to put it on their platform. So it's a big PR. I don't think people realize how underground it's so stressful. It is so stressful because you never know someone's intentions of posting something. Like recently, for instance, Dahlia Sin said, she made like a tweet that was like about Whitney Houston. And it was like, Whitney Houston, 7 years sober, or something like that. And it was like, ooh, like, ugh. Yeah, not the tea. But that's like something that I feel like she probably wants attention from. Like, you know, she's not just tweeting that because she's like, this will be a funny joke that the drag fans will love. Yes, like, no, it's very that. So I think a lot of times, and stuff like this, the only reason I was very much so concerned that y'all would be offended, or that, you know, Nikki Exotica or whatever would be like, oh, whatever. Well, here's the reason why I kind of forgave. I kind of forgoed doing that rule of using as less as possible because I wanted the victims to be able to, or the survivors, my apologies, like the survivors able to speak out their own words. And I wanted to signal boost it. I could have just said, watch this below, and then maybe 1,000 people would have watched. But now the video is sitting at 400,000 views. So in my opinion, like situations like this outweigh that. And that was a really tricky thing too, because I was like, especially with the Nikki Exotica live stream, like that's not on the internet anymore. You know what I mean? Like that was a live stream, that was live. So like if this was a Facebook live stream, it's a little different. So yeah, I tried to leave out things where like, it was like what would you say? I left out a few things because I didn't want to just put your full show in.
I don't get it though. I don't get, because obviously you've got like a really good platform, you're growing, everything's going well. To be mentioned in one of your videos, in a sense, is great publicity. Like, how amazing! Like, So when I got the question, and it came again 1 or 2 times, I just thought, but when I look at the content I'm being told that's being still, they don't even have like a following, some of the people. So it's like you make them almost relevant, and then as we've just kind of heard from you, it's stuff that people want to be out there but don't want it to be out there. And they kind of want it to be out there, like, but they don't want it to be out there. They want you to put it out there. Then they'll moan when you put it out there.
I have had queens before. You spill some real tea. We're not going to give names, but I have had queens before post stuff, delete it, send me the screenshot. Do you know what? So do you know? It happens more than people think. So, and I'm not going to say like, oh, whatever, like, but it was a deleted post, so I'm gonna say it if they said it, you know, like it's not like some sort of like underground, like, but at the same time, like, especially with content theft like that, I mean, if you watch my other videos, like, it's not, that was a very different video. And same with like the Leslie Jones thing, like, I definitely use a lot of her clips from Twitter. And at the end of the day, like, that is her commentary. I am commentating on that. I am signal boosting that. I want to talk about that. And that's why I think, especially, I know people accuse me of like stealing from Reddit, stealing from stuff like that, like information, but I don't have to do that. Like, I mean, I will admit, like early on in the spoiler days, I definitely watched a few YouTube videos, got my spoilers there, talked about it there, probably should have credited more people than I did. I tried my best. I was 16, 17, but like, you know, like I'm 19 now. Like, this is something that I'm trying to come into my own with. I'm going to make mistakes, but I will say, like, information-wise, I mean, I don't need to hear it from Reddit. I can call up someone. Like, it's not like that. It used to be like that, though. Like, it used to be very much so where it was people sending me stuff, you know, and you don't know where they're sending it from. So, yeah, no, totally. But that's definitely something really interesting to me, that people... I guess especially with this one, it's like, if that's your immediate thought from watching the Sherry Pie video, there must be something inherently, like, you must be looking for something wrong with that, because to be honest, like, that video is more important than any video I've done. So I don't really know. Yeah, but yeah, that's my answer. I feel like, yeah.
Yeah, so a topic that we've seen come up with quite a few YouTubers is demonetized. Have I pronounced that right?
Demonetization.
Yeah. Demonetization. So for our viewers out there,
and me,
what does demonetization mean? Is this something that you have experienced yourself, and is there a way to almost like come back from it?
Okay, so demonetization is the scariest thing in the world, and I will limit my speech on it too because I'm so scared of YouTube. That's the tea. Here's my thing. So demonetization means, so monetization in general is whenever you get money from your videos. So like, for instance, the video I just released one last night. It's like about James, formerly known as Tara Sanchez, quitting drag. It's about Manny MUA and Sherry Pie. And then it's about some other stuff. Like, there's like stuff like that. That video has, I think, 4 mid-roll ads in it, so you can directly place them. Sometimes I do it automatically, sometimes I directly place them, but each one is an advertisement. Each advertisement, I get a percentage of the revenue, and YouTube gets a percentage of the revenue. So that's how I make my living, is advertisements. And obviously, like, brand deals, stuff like that. However, it's very interesting to me, monetization because the system's definitely flawed. You know, I had a moment in June that was pretty widespread, like across mainstream YouTube, not just drag, that you know, my entire channel was demonetized. And it's like, I feel like people look at it like, oh, look at this sad little, like, oh wait, I don't know if I can say the F slur on here.
No, fuck that though. What is that though, realistically, in relation to like how much? I know you can't say an exact number, but to get that taken away, how big of a hit is that?
Thousands of dollars. Like,
people don't realize that. People don't realize that.
And it's not even like thousands of dollars. It's just, it's like being fired from a job. And I don't think people realize that it's like, so that's why I was like, I did the mistake of going live 10 minutes after finding out. Like, I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm going to go live right now. And that's where you see the crying clips of me. Like, just like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But, you know, like that video was definitely like raw. It was live. It was live. It was live. Oh my God, it was so live. But like, it was definitely something that was like a hit to me, and I didn't realize how emotionally affected I was by the time I went live. And I was like, oh my God, like it was still hitting me. Like, I just got fired from doing what I like. It's not just like getting fired from, like, you can love your job, but like I am in love with my job. Like I love it so much. And I know people think it's cringy to call YouTube a job, and I've definitely diversified my income since, because it's dangerous to just rely off of AdSense specifically. But oh my God, it was really rough that couple of months that I was demonetized. It was hard to keep creating content. Because the thing is like, yes, I love creating content, I love editing, but they take away that incentive, like completely. Like, you're not being compensated for your work. Like, it's not just me compiling compilations. Like, this is a lot of work that goes into these videos.
I was saying to Jossie earlier, like, from watching your videos, they're on a high scale of how much work needs to go into them. Do you know what I mean?
There's a lot. It's like, it starts with, I find the topic, I ask everyone what they think of the topic, I do an intro, then I do more research into those topics, provide commentary, ask people what they think, put the comments in, and then do like a full, I mean, it's chopped up, edited, and I have to make the things fly in and out, zoomed. It's like, I'm not complaining, because that's my favorite part of it, but it is a lot of work, and it's something that like completely got taken away from me as a job. So it was definitely— What?
How long for?
I think it was 2 or 3 months. And then YouTube actually made a statement on their official like creators page, and we're like, we're so sorry, like it was a mistake, all that stuff. So they did apologize, and I did get remonetized. So there is, but the only reason is because of backlash. That's what worries me, is for smaller, like if I was smaller at that point, like what if I only had 10,000? What if I only had 5,000? What if I only had 1,000? And I was just monetized? Like, they take it away from people every single day who don't have that platform. And so it really worries me for those people, and it worries me for myself too, you know?
And how can you check if you are or you're not? How do you do that?
If you're, here, hold on. So basically what you do is there's an app called Creator Studio, or you can go online. And so if you see, this is my Creator Studio right now, all my videos, wait, hold on. There we go, all my videos. And do you see that little green dollar sign?
Yes.
That means it's monetized. However, you'll get some videos, here we go. One of them has a yellow dollar sign. That means that specific video has been demonetized because it's not good. Because like Target and Starbucks want to sponsor YouTube, they don't necessarily want to put it on a video of Leslie Jones screaming at Brita Filter. You know what I mean? So it's definitely like, it's careful. And the problem is, though, it's automated. So it scans all the words you say and then deems which words are demonetizable. And then it's very, so you could do all that work for the video to be entirely demonetized.
Oh my God. Well, everyone's clearly watching you. Who are you watching?
Oh, you, obviously, both of you, obviously. I am like obsessed now. I heard you're having a Tiger King interview.
It's live. It's online now. Yes.
Oh, I cannot wait. I'm watching the new episodes today, and I'm going to watch that.
Ridiculous. So basically, we reached out. We spoke to Lauren from tigerking, and she was like, yeah, I'll come on your show. And I was like, okay, let's do it in a few days. One morning, are you free now? I was like, we can be free in an hour. We'll have to do a promotion. I will try to promote it. but my God, that video got a little bit of traction. But as you said as well, it's so strange because me and Jossie almost do our show for fun, shits and giggles.
Yeah.
I take it a little bit more serious than Jossie because she says my job. But no. It's fine. She's busier than me.
We know who's going to be collecting that monetization check on their taxes then, huh?
Yeah. So, but for us, when other people use our content and tag us, we're like, that's amazing. Like, it's lifting us up.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Who are you on YouTube, like, watching as well? Who do you think, like, oh, they're good, this good?
Okay, so, like, commentary-wise, like, in my space, there's a channel called Not Another Drama Channel. She is my world. She is everything. She is always the first person to get anything out about MUAs, YouTubers, anything. Like, Logan Paul farts, and she's on that shit, like, so fast. Like, so fast. She just does it so quickly, and it's so cute. It's so well done. She does voiceovers. She gets the videos out the quickest, and then all the other bigger drama channels will use her screenshots, use that, and then that lifts her up because they credit her, hopefully. But she's one who I watch religiously, and she's growing really fast. She's at 10,000 now, but she's really. Who else? Comedy-wise, I watch Cody Ko. He's like my favorite YouTuber. Cody Ko and Noel Miller. They are so funny to me, and it's like a straight boy thing too, which is very strange. Like they're definitely like college humor, but like I love them. I find them so funny. I watch every podcast. I'm trying to think who else I really watch. I mean, I watch like Nikki Tutorials because she's a legend, but like that's because I like her voice, and I don't do makeup. I just love hearing her talk about it.
Can I just bring it? Can I bring one of the questions forward? I know I've just jumped on you there, Jossie, but obviously Nikki did like a coming out video because she was blackmailed or however it went, and loads of people do coming out videos. What is your take on these coming out videos? I'm going to just say this, and this is no shade at all, and I'm not being shady, I'm not.
Shade's been pulled down.
I knew she was trans.
What?
As another trans woman, I knew she was trans years ago.
I did not know that.
But it was like, because Jossie brought it to my attention, and I was like, well, yeah, like, can't you see it, Jossie? Come on, sister, look closely. Because there's a trans sister, do you know what I mean? And everyone was like, oh, no, she wasn't publicly out. And I just thought, did I just know something and I never talked about it?
Well, that's the tea, too. I know some people, like, I thought Jeffree Star made some off comments about, like, Nikki being trans, and that's why he blocked me, because I posted about Jeffree. Yeah, Jeffree blocked me. That was scary. No, Nikki, I mean, personally, like, I'm not one to speculate like that, but at the same time, like, I see where if you are a trans person, like both of you are, you may have a different relationship with that. Oh my God, I sobbed during that video so hard. Like, it genuinely was just that was a coming out video that was so different from all the others, because no one really comes out as I'm trans and I've already transitioned, like on YouTube. Like that's I've never seen that, like, ever. So to see her actually, yeah, well, she risked so many brands dropping her, it's scary, it's dangerous. Like,
well, she did, but she didn't in a sense, because those brands would have been petrified now.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of those. I'm sorry, honestly, no, I'm not sure.
No, that's tea. I know that's tea.
But I just think these coming out videos. I'm 32, so I think I'm a bit old in the teeth. But I just think, really, do we have to be doing this day and age?
I feel like
it's more a thing for it's
their personal journey. But I do see what you mean. Like some people, like Trisha Paytas, for example. Have you seen? Yeah, her coming out videos. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. Have you seen the one she did with Blair White?
Oh my God, I have not seen that yet.
One.
I need to watch that.
Blair White meets Trish. It's absolutely.
Oh, I will say I do watch a lot of Blair White, and I do watch a lot of Ready to Glare and Creepshow Art. Do you know who Ready to Glare is?
I don't.
No, I'm not.
It's true crime.
All right. Okay.
She did some Tiger King videos. She's everything.
Oh.
Yep.
You had me a Tiger King.
And Shannon Creepshow, she gets on topics really quickly too. But no, yeah, Trisha Paytas's coming out video, she came out as a chicken nugget. Whenever she came out as trans, though, I feel like that one was one of the more damaging ones. Like, I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, but people have to know she's trolling, right? Like, do people really think like...
And that's the thing that we're trying not to do. We're trying to show people that when people are coming out, it's actually something genuine. And her, by doing that, it's just so disingenuous, or whatever the word is. And it's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Did you see those, like, the way I wanted to do a full video on this, the way that the community reacted to Trisha coming out? You saw the most explosive thing in the drag community, because half the queens were saying, you are making a mockery of trans people, get the fuck out. And then the other half were saying, why aren't we accepting our trans sister? So it was like, Bob tweeted that, like, we're treating this wrong, we need to accept our trans sister. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't think he was aware of her before this. So they just see a YouTuber being jumped on for coming out as trans, and that's what she's preying on, I feel. And that's why that was the craziest way. That was the most split thing I've ever seen in the drag community, of half and half. Half people were really just like, no, Trisha. Half people were like, we need to accept her with open arms. And also, whatever happened to their name T? Like, weren't we supposed to be calling them T or something? But like, then it never happened. Like, they, remember?
Me and Jossie are so grown, we will say, from being the T. I always call it the T card. Everyone's used it. We've all used it in our life to get through things, to get past things. And me and Jossie just stopped wanting to use it because it had so much shit attached to it. Our life, like when we're growing up, like at one point, I mean, a couple of years ago, I embrace everyone. People can be whoever they want. I'm just going to say that before I do the T. But, and throw me shade. But for me, as a trans woman who's bloody struggled, it's been bloody hard. When I was seeing people popping up in like silver dresses and like a beard, and they're like, I'm a full trans woman, I need my trans rights. And I was like, are you, what the fuck is happening? And then people like Trish, and I was literally like, you could all just fuck off, because it doesn't work for me. I have so many people say to me, well, I'm trans now. And I'm like, well, like, what changed in like 10 hours? Like, what the heck is going on? So
and that is definitely every trans person's, like, I feel like their journey. Like, I feel like even Josie or Jossie, I'm so sorry.
Jossie.
I've been calling you Jossie. Okay, good. I was just making sure. But I feel like even Jossie probably, like, I feel like every single person in the trans community has a completely different take on that. Like, have you seen Blair White's videos on that? With the doll. Like, that's definitely like a different take. Like, that's a pretty intense take. Like, you know, like, it's definitely interesting.
I respect Blair White and what kind of Blair White does, but I will say this, and the same as we've had her on the show, Rosa Dawn or whatever, and I just feel it's very negative. Like, you can have an opinion about your opinion of that, but then you should move your video on a little bit more and remember what's good in the life. Because sometimes I watch the videos and I'm like, God, life's just so damn shit at the moment. It's weird. It's weird.
I came in here and you were like, there's so many people dying of coronavirus. Now we're going to bring in this little faggot that has glasses on. Like...
We like to keep it light. We like to keep it light. We like to keep it moving.
I like to keep it light too. Oh my
well,
God.
I'm about to say that. However, my next question, keeping it light, we can't escape it. Sherry pie. What is your take on the whole situation? Me and Faye have so much to say on it as well, but we're interested on what your opinion is on the whole sherry pie scandal.
So I haven't really spoken my opinion. I'm realizing, like, this is definitely like a first, I guess. I will say,
drum roll. It was the only thing I didn't want to bang the computer in case it fell over. I'm apologizing.
I feel like, I think especially, I'm gonna say this, like, I don't really have opinions on the survivors' stories, because I feel like those, like, I mean, you saw the way Danny talked about, like, he's clearly mad. Like, they're going, I mean, Danny's grieving a friend that completely fucked him over. And that was really hard for me to watch, and I can only imagine how they feel. I will say I definitely have an opinion on the way that people are treating it as just simply catfishing. Like I said in my video, like we've seen. I mean, we saw what Ben had to say. We saw what Danny had to say. Like, it is not just catfishing. I mean, as Danny said, she allegedly faked a shooting. You know, there's so much there. So, like, in my opinion, I feel like people are taking it too lightly. Like, well, we can't take talent away from someone. We wouldn't say that to some guy at Harvard. Like, we can't take this intelligence away. Yes, we can. Watch. Took it away. Oh, where is it? We can't see it. Like,
why is it social media account?
Yeah.
So I found that I've done that. So when the series first started, I will admit, I thought she was just catfishing people in a dating sense, and it was nothing deep. That's what I took from it. And I thought she was really, really good. But the more I've learned about it, I do think, oh, no, hearing what she's like, Out of Drag and what she's actually done. And the crazy thing for us was when we were interviewing Ben, was that she was still messaging people days before. Like March the 3rd. And wasn't RuPaul March the 4th? Like,
I mean, and that's just what we have recorded. I mean, it's April 14th.
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long. Like, it's been like a little over a month. That's just what we know. This is just the stuff that we actually imagine. The people who don't watch Drag Race, who got into, well, to be fair, probably a lot of musical theater majors watch Drag Race. But, like, imagine the other people, you know, like, there's so much there. And I just feel like, especially with this one, it's like, Sherry, okay, this is what I really want to, this is like the point of the video. The whole point of the video was, if she tries to come back, we have that as a resource, because she is very clearly great at manipulating. Like, I feel like we could all just be like, oh, well, damn. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, whenever she comes back, she's going to come back with because she's going to, this is her life. She is going to, I feel like people don't realize that, like, that is imminent. Like, it is.
Do you think like season 28 of Catfish next year or something like that? That's a
just appear on it.
That's something interesting though, because Viacom owns Drag Race and Catfish. But whenever someone does it on Drag Race, they're like, no. But that's what makes me think. So there was this Reddit post going around. Have you seen that screenshot of the producer leaking that stuff?
No.
Okay, I did not talk about this in my video. I don't know how credible it is. This is all alleged. But they basically said in the screenshot, like, this was months ago that they made the screenshot before anything about Sherry had come out. And they said, we're going to see another disqualification this season. Production knows about something, months ago. So wow. I feel like the reason why they put out this statement is because they knew it was more than catfishing too. I think there's, personally, this is just my opinion, I think there's still more that we do not know, unfortunately.
Well, we had 2 exclusives from 2 RuPaul queens, Darian Lake and Alexis Michelle. And there you go.
Oh, I love them. That's great. I love them.
So Darian was totally like on the right page and basically said, doesn't it just show how someone can be edited to be this, can edit to be that, can edit to be that? And I was like, that is so scary. That is so weird. Oh my God, I can't believe you would even mention that. And I was thinking it. And then I said to Alexis, oh, well, they're editing out. No, that episode was in cooperation with Disney. Yeah. That's the only reason it's being edited out. She's going to continue to be in the show. Like, people need to get used to it. And did you notice the last episode that's just been on, they put the disclaimer at the end this time?
Yeah.
And also, they let her have a confessional. They're like, slowly.
Please enjoy the show. Then we'll remind you of the shades.
Do you know
just
why?
Remind you at the very end.
It stopped people complaining, but also, here's the other thing. I want to talk about this because we have an episode in a few days now. They're getting less and less girls there. Like, there are going to be some points where there's just no storyline but Sherry. So to have her untucked moment, do you know what I mean? Like, whenever they showed a confessional last episode, right? Like, that was really bizarre. That they showed a confessional. And I remember like looking at, I was just like, they are giving her, like, even if it's essential to the story, they know, there is without a doubt in my mind that Viacom has seen this, your guys' video and the video that I've done. Like for sure. There is no way. They are keeping such tabs on the situation. They have definitely seen it. They know all the things that she has done. And that's why it's just kind of like, to me, I don't know why they would even put in the Untucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Do you think they should have just pulled the series? What do you think?
No. And that's okay. Here's my tea with that. Heidi N. Closet from North Carolina. When are we ever going to see her on TV ever? A corn-fed, gap-toothed, walking up there. I'm Heidi N. Closet. Like, could you imagine this losing it for Heidi? That being
who is your favorite queen? And of course, who's your
Rock and Sakura, hands down, best queen on Drag Race in years. She could have won season 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She is one of my favorite drag queens of all time, and I cannot wait to see her on 13 and All Star 7. Like, they are going to put her on. They're going to maximize her. I think they're going to put her on another season, and then they're going to put her on an All Stars so they can like Vanjie her or Shangela her.
What about your trade?
They hold on for dear life to them and put them in everything.
What about trade of the season? Who caught your eye?
Rock and Sakura.
As well. So winner.
She's so muscular and cute. And Jada Essence Hall. Jada Essence Hall is a model. Like those cheekbones. There is not a queen since Nina Bonina Brown that has had those cheekbones.
Nina Bonina Brown. Wow, I love her.
I love Nina Bonina. She's one of my favorite. I always say this: Blue Hydrangea and Nina Bonina Brown are the best makeup artists to ever be on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Speaking of, I'm just going to jump ahead a little bit. What do you think of RuPaul's Drag Race UK?
Oh my god, better than the US version. Are you kidding me? It's something like Drag Race UK. I do the US version. I look at it, I watch them like, what can I make a video about? What am I going to talk about? It's a job. It is. I know it's fun, but it's a job. Drag Race UK is when I just like relax. I watch every episode. I watch it as it airs, like on the edge of my seat. I'm just so excited every single one. Like they created such great storylines, such touching moments. And I know for a fact this season, do you want some tea? Like some private tea? Oh, here we go. Okay, so Drag Race UK season 2. They had to evacuate the set halfway through due to coronavirus. Here's the thing. They're all still evacuated. They're still going to pick up filming. So right now, they're all at home. But they're going to go back. So some girls know they've already been eliminated. Some know they are still in the running. And
how do we find those people?
What'd you say?
How do we find those people?
We want to know who they are.
Do you know who Taste is? Taste is this like legend. I think I forget where they're from. They are like the UK fashion Naomi Smalls, Shea Coulee, they are going to win the season. They are my pick to win. Like they're so like, they talk like, hello. Like they're very like calm, cool, and collected, fashion, tall, skinny, just everything. They are my everything. They're my favorite one. And then obviously there's Ellie Diamond. There's a lot of queens on. They're pretty amazing. But what's really interesting is they cut the season halfway, right? Like they had to stop. But what's insane is the way that they're doing season 2, they're going to, BBC put in a lot of money. They're not just going to scrap it and be like, let's restart. Because then it's like, well, I already won this challenge. Well, we're going to redo. They have to pick back up. And I think they're going to do a dramatic coronavirus like exit thing. Like, we have to get out. Like, do you know what I mean? I cannot wait.
Oh my god, they'll do like a musical. They'll do a musical, do it, and they'll have to leave or something.
Yeah, they're gonna do something where it's like they have to. I've been in touch with the police, like something like it's gonna. Oh, I can. Yes. Oh, that's the most excited I've been for a season.
Only the British one would only happen to the British one, wouldn't it?
Only happened to the British one. It did not, because All Stars 6 is not. It's been syndicated and it's been called. It has not been officially cast, so there's still alternates, but obviously it's all on pause. But
So who did you love? Obviously from the UK version, we've had and met Bagger and Davina. We've had them on the show and we've interviewed them.
Yeah,
Like hands down for me, Bagger Chips should have won, could have won, maybe didn't win.
well, she's a good representative of the UK.
She's a good representation of the UK. That's how I took it.
Mhm.
And
That is great.
She is UK drag.
Yeah.
But who's your true winner?
Blue Hydrangea. To be honest, she's my favorite Ru girl at the moment. Like she, out of all the seasons, like out of US, UK probably in my top 10. I think I have 3 UK girls in my top 10, and that's just the first season of the show. That was by far, and people were always like, "Oh, Americans aren't going to get the humor." It was so much funnier. Bag of Chips was. Me and my mom were watching it. My mom was like, "I don't know what she just said, but like that was so funny." Like,
have you watched this is a bit of tea. Again, have you watched the new Vivian show on BBC Three?
Okay, I have not seen it yet. I think whatchamacallit, I will say she's actually someone who I enjoy, and I've spoken to a lot. She's so controversial. I'm shook that the BBC was like, "Yep." But I'm so happy for her. That's really cool that she got syndicated on TV. Are y'all anti-Vivian? Or are you pro Vivian?
We love the Vivian, but the show stage in America is shit. It's not funny. Just looks staged,
is it weird?
Staged and weird. Not like the Vivian we know in the UK, but I do believe it's because they went and did it in America and they were maybe doing it the American way. Do you know what I mean? Or
they probably had an American crew. That's the problem with all of it. Is the best thing about the BBC and the way that they've been able to do it is that they have a UK crew for A World of Wonder. That's why the show was so incredible. And I think that they've learned too, because like, did you remember the promo looks that they did? And Willem was like, "Oh my God, their side shot." Like they were like lit up the side of them. The lighting was oof, like it was bad. And they weren't even told that was going to be the promo.
Really?
They were told, "Come in like a look that you would perform in at the club. This isn't for anything important." And then they show up and it's their most Googled picture of all time. Isn't that horrific?
Wow.
Yeah. So that's why, Vivian, I think, dressed up well in every single thing she ever did. Like, she didn't have a bad look. But that's why we see some of the looks not looking as elevated. I mean, like, Something Wong told me, she was like, I had such a good look. Like, everyone had such good looks. And, like, even Blue Hydrangea's look was great. But, like, it was no promo. Like, none of them really had promo looks,
Yeah.
Davina looked good.
Red wig, silver sparkly dress.
Oh,
Red wig, silver dress. What did you think of the backlash Aiden got from obviously Patricia and everyone else in the world who had an opinion?
I think it is so unfortunate that Patricia,
at least he made her relevant.
Yeah.
Again.
Okay, I would say it made her relevant again. I'm so sad that Patricia Quinn, though, had to, like, have her introduction now be, like, you're this druggy, like, I mean, could you imagine, like, okay, so you worked on one of the most influential films of all time, right?
Ever.
Of all time. You kind of, you've done some stuff, you're doing a new film, like, they're not always getting off the grounds like that one did, but, like, you are known for this film. And someone takes it, like, let's say TikTok, the app TikTok that's so popular. Someone takes on TikTok, introduces you to everyone as this druggy, old, confused, and that's all anyone knows you as. And that's the thing, like, not everyone goes online for Drag Race. There's a lot of there's a lot of people who just watch Drag Race and then log off after, like, they watch it in a bar. They're not watching this thing, So
I hated how he made, like, what Ru said. Ru was like, you should have done her, like, as the character. That would have been so much better. But did you not think? I got the impression Aiden was just sick of being bullied by everyone a little bit, because that's how it, like, looked a little bit.
She talked out.
Maybe he's just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah. Well, did you get $2,000 for all her looks? I mean, that's what she said on Miss Cracker's show. I think she spent $2,000 for, I think, 36 or 37 looks. Oh. And that's the problem. Like, work. If you can make that work, like Disasterina from Dragula can make that work and turn it into a full voila. But like, I mean, that they were very basic, and I understand like it's money, but like that's premature casting. Then like Drag Race needs to look at that and say,
look at people's finances.
not even like look at their finances, just look at their ability to sew, their ability to create looks. Because I guarantee what they were trying to do is like, even from that reveal, they were trying to one up Dragula. That's what they were trying to do. They were like, look, we can be alternative, all types of drag, which I think it had good intentions. Then they cast Aiden Zane. She got bullied out of the competition and then served no looks. So like it really sucked. I wish Nikki Doll and Rock'em Sockar could have taken her place, but you know.
Like the phone call moment, I think I've let someone go too early.
Please, both of them. Like literally, they're
Nikki Doll should not have won. Nikki Doll should not have won.
That armor too.
Robbed. She was absolutely robbed. She had a lot more to come. I thought she was absolutely hilarious as well. I thought she was really talented.
She's so amazing in that Mugler look.
Oh, amazing. How so amazing.
Walking out with it, and on the way it was one piece. Oh my gosh, I was just melting. It was so good.
I was shocked. I was shocked and sad by some of the people who have left. I don't think anyone can even compare RuPaul to Tiger King. But my God, have you seen Tiger King? Did she feed her husband to the tigers? What's the tea? What do you think? Because everybody's talking about her.
Hi, all you cool cats and kittens. I personally think, allegedly, obviously this is my opinion. I think she did. I don't think she fed him to the tigers, and I don't think that she dropped him over the thing. Remember whenever she was laughing and she was like, I would have just thrown him in sardine oil. Like, she was talking about new ways. I think she did such a convoluted way of murdering him that is completely secret, that no one knows, that she feels so confident about, that she feels so confident she can joke about it. I think no one has cracked the way that she murdered him. And I think that it's so, like, that's the thing. I don't think that because I can tell she's a manipulator the way she does it all. I think she murdered him, allegedly, obviously, but I don't think we know how. And I think the two reasons, like dropping him over the Gulf of Mexico and the tigers, not true, because the way she would be more concerned, you know.
Did you see the video where she was like, how to get rich? Fabulous. Money. It was it blew my mind. Blew my mind. And then the cult that she has, where she was like, yeah, you get a green t-shirt, you get a red t-shirt, you get a yellow t-shirt. Work here 5 years and I might remember your fucking name. Yeah. And then walks off.
That's okay, so here's the tease. So do you remember that guy with the ponytail? What's his name again? Do you know what I'm talking about? That guy who did the Jungle Book? Doc Antle. So my friend Ready to Glare did a full video on Doc Antle exploring his cult. And there
is one.
Oh, there is. Oh, girl. His is the scariest one. Like all the women and stuff. Oh my God, girl, you gotta watch. It's insane. But yeah, no, that. Oh my God, they all had cults of their own. It was so weird. Why? Yeah. Why did I guess because tigers attract like insane people. So like they're already dumb, like risking their lives with them. So they're just like, let me have a cult. It attracts a very specific person.
Well, it was quite bizarre. I mean, you know, it's really sad that Travis is gone.
Oh my God, I know.
The kind of guy, because he was so fit. The kind of guys, sorry. The kind of guys Joe was able to like pull, like even me personally, the toothless meth guy who's now sorting life out. I still thought he was pretty good trade. So Joe was doing a good thing. Bit of rough. Like, he had it all down. His last boyfriend, too much of a twink for me, but his previous ones, you can tell those were the workers he needed to work the zoo. And then the last boyfriend he got with was just someone he was on the run with, basically, until he got arrested. Insane.
I just felt bad for I don't know if this is bad for me to say, because I will say I haven't actually finished it. I haven't, so I don't know everything. But it reminds me, did the guy with the teeth, what's his name? I forget his name. Did he do anything wrong?
No. So he
No,
just
he didn't
got
do
fucked
anything.
over. So I feel like the way he
Married Joe.
just seems so nice. Like I feel so bad, especially out of everybody. I feel like he really did not do anything, at least from what I know. From what I know, he didn't seem to do anything wrong. Yes, he was complicit and participated, but like I feel bad for him. Like he
I
seemed
did
like
as well.
sucked up out of jail or whatever. Like poor guy. He had like doesn't he have like a wife now? Good for him though. Good for him.
Yeah, he married the receptionist.
Oh!
So they're in love. They're in love. I
Well,
think
keep it in the family almost.
yes,
The Tiger family.
I was really horrified because we still get messages of groups. Like Joe's meant to be like still managing accounts from prison, talking to people, getting like money through all this. Lauren from the Tiger King show, who was on our show, she told us all about Carol and how she was a prostitute.
Background.
All of her background.
Carol?
Yes.
Yeah. She was a working
But
girl.
if you think about her words and how she spent,
although she's also a murderer, so
it's crazy how that show has went as big as it did, but I don't think it would have without isolation.
Oh, I'm ready for Tiger Queen, Carol Baskin's story. That's what I want.
Oh yes.
Yes.
She's a guilty pleasure of mine. She's an absolute guilty pleasure. Like you shouldn't like her. I don't like her, but I
hate her.
I think she's fascinating. I'm thinking of doing her for Halloween. That is how much I'm thinking of Carol Baskins. I want to be Carol Baskins for Halloween.
Did you see Darian Lake's cosplay as Carol Baskin?
No.
Okay, so
was checking out.
O'Hara posted a Joe Exotic look, and she replied with a Carol Baskin one. It was so funny. I think it's edited, but I think so many queens are gonna, as soon as quarantine's done. I can't wait for it to be over. I just want to go shopping. I feel like I don't even feel human anymore. Ugh.
It is really, really scary and worrying for us. And obviously you are, as we're all trying to do, smash like YouTube, social media.
Yeah.
But where are you going? Like, are we gonna see like a Netflix series, you know?
I will say, on the record, I won't say who I will and won't work with, but I will say I've seen contracts of people who've worked with other people. And that worries me, working with certain production companies that we all talk about a lot. But I would love to do Netflix. But I mean, like, I'm just like a lowly YouTuber. But I will say, like, I think that YouTube, I'm very controlling over what I do. Like, that's why I edit my own, I film my own, I research my own. I do it all. I'll have my friends sometimes help me research because I trust her only. But I'm very, very, specific when it comes to my videos, and I don't like the way that other people edit me. I like it to be very much my product. So I don't know if I would ever do, and that's why I have a hard time. Like, even like this is the first time I've really been live on someone else's channel like this. Like, I don't.
We're so privileged.
What privilege?
It's only because you stole all our content.
I'm just trying to repay you. I'm sorry. Oh my god. No, but really, like, it's something I like to have control over. So if one of them were to, I will say, I am doing something PR wise with HBO.
Okay.
The We're Here series. I think they're sending me. I don't know. That should come out in a couple of days. I think that's the show with Bob Shangela. That's gonna be so fun.
Yes. When is that all out? When's all that getting done?
It comes out I think April 23rd. So I will be for sure watching. I'm very excited to see Bob and Shangela on my TV again, and especially they're so touchy-feely. They're so nice. They're so warm. Both of them have been so kind to me. And speaking of Bob, I'm on his talk show tomorrow. That'll be interesting. We're going to be talking about a lot of queens, but it's just very.
Well, obviously, make sure you mention us.
Yeah, if I get a chance, I will, sis. Don't worry.
So before we let you go, because we stole you for most of the evening, we have 2 more questions. First question is, what do you think of us?
Oh. I will say, I think y'all are so funny. Y'all are very talented. Y'all are very very, very bold in questions too. That's what you need to have as an interviewer. And I definitely I enjoy watching like the stuff that I've seen from y'all. So and also y'all really know how to banter like with a guest. So I've really enjoyed this. This has been fun.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. We love you, and we're going to still watch everything you're doing. We hope
Thank
you'll
you.
stay in contact.
Yeah.
Everybody subscribe to Jake's channel if you haven't, and we'll also
thank
subscribe
you.
as well. But subscribe to Jake.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll speak to you soon, and have a great day. And be
Of course.
safe, remember.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, thank you so much once again, JakeyonceTV on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. I don't know about Facebook, but maybe. We had what a laugh, what a good show. I love that.
You know what that was?
Josie.
That was a kiki.
What?
That was like a kiki. Kiki. Chat with friends, you know.
Well, I'm going to have a look at the comments while you tell everyone about our upcoming shows.
Right, okay, so upcoming shows that we have tomorrow, we are interviewing Nikki Exotica. Jake on Save did mention Nikki. She's also been involved with the Sherry Pie situation. So I think we're going to be talking to her about that, and of course about her in her career. She's Hollywood, so we really are looking forward to her. And then later on in the week,
show, Friday Magic Show. Very excited.
Little Magic Show on Friday. And something else might be coming out on Friday, but we can't really say too much about it.
Oh yeah, that's really exciting. Well, Sarah, if you're still there, the conspiracy theory. But obviously, have you seen Louis Theroux? I've seen the documentary on Netflix where Louis Theroux did it. And for me, for everyone watching, can we just get you to share this video, like us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and of course, remember to like and follow our guest because he was awesome. We will see you tomorrow with Nikki and Exotica. I am so excited for her. I'm going to dress like. But anyway, I've been Faye Louise Purdom.
And I've been Jesse Endel.
This was Now That's What I Call a Talk Show. Goodbye, darling.
Stay safe.